Hey folks, sorry about the start of the video being a bit weird, but I really liked how that looked. Like, for some reason that made me really happy, so I kind of wanted to start the video like that. Because this isn't really a video I really wanted to make, in all honesty. So basically, in case you can't tell from the title, in which case you're a very silly person, I am coming back at some point, either 2 days or a week or 2 weeks, a maximum of 2 weeks probably. I am coming back to England. Kind of just decided this today. It's not really a decision I'm happy about. Don't get me wrong. Basically, to explain, for the past sort of 2.5 weeks, I've been sick quite badly. I've been throwing up everywhere. I've not been eating because every time I eat, I'm sick. I've been insanely lethargic, got no energy, I can't do anything. Every time I stand up, I'm dizzy, my stomach feels like somebody's stabbing me all the time. And for the first couple of weeks, I put up with it because, we're in these amazing places, and I don't want to bring people down, I don't want to miss out on stuff just because I'm feeling a bit bleh. So I just kind of put up with it. But I went to the clinic around here the other day, and sorry, I don't know where the mic is on this, and I want to change arms, but I don't know. Okay, I went to the clinic here in Granada the other day and got some painkillers and stuff, but nothing's really made a difference, and it's got to the point where I'm not really enjoying what we're doing anymore because I'm having to force myself into enjoying it. Like tomorrow, I'm still doing stuff tomorrow. I'm going up Mombacha volcano, which is going to be really, really cool, and it's going to be so cool. But I'm going to be in agony for all of it, and I know I'm going to have to stop to throw up like 20 times because that's where I am at the moment. I've caught something, or I've got awful food poisoning or something, and you know what? Within like an hour of getting home to England, I'm sure I'll feel a million times better, but I can't do it anymore. I just feel like I'm dying all the time, and it's basically what I don't want to do is push myself through. I've done Costa Rica. I was okay for most of Costa Rica. Costa Rica is, let's start with that. Costa Rica is why I came on this trip. Costa Rica was my dream destination, and whilst I didn't do it quite how I'd like to, because there's more things I want to do, so I'm going to go back to Costa Rica probably next year. At least I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to this place that I've always wanted to go since I was, 5 years old or something. I've been to my absolute dream destination. But I don't want to force myself through Guatemala, Belize, Salvador, etc. If I'm just gonna kind of feel like I'm dying, I don't want to go through them and not enjoy them. I don't want to experience those countries for the first time in that way. And it's been okay for Nicaragua-ish. I've suffered a little bit for Grenada, blah 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 blah, but it's not been that bad. But I figure if I'm gonna do these countries well, I want to do them right. So I don't see the point in just pushing it needlessly. And on the plus side for that, what it means is, for me, from my perspective, Costa Rica was fantastic, but it wasn't quite 100% what I wanted to do. Only in retrospect. Don't get me wrong, before we left, I was 100% happy with the plan, etc. But in retrospect, what I would have liked to do, and what I'm still hoping to maybe do, that's why it could be a couple of weeks before I get back, or it could be a couple of days. There's an animal conservation centre on the East Coast where you can go and volunteer for weeks at a time. You stay, you live with everyone there, and you just clean and you look after the animals and re-release them back into the wild and stuff. And that's kind of more what I'm looking for and what I really want to do. So my idea is hopefully go back to England late May, recover somewhat, and then maybe even early June vanish off back to Costa Rica for a couple of weeks. Early July, I should say, not June. Early July, go back to Costa Rica for a couple of weeks, and I've had an amazing time. I don't wanna claim anything else. We've met some amazing people. Vic, who I'm traveling with, has been a phenomenal person to travel with. She really has. and I'm gutted to leave. All my heart, I'm gutted to leave. I mean, there's benefits, don't get me wrong. I get to come back to you guys, we can do some content and stuff like that. And I know you guys don't really care. And don't get me wrong, the channel has nothing to do why I'm coming back. It's got nothing to do with it. Because I know no matter what, I know if I literally disappeared for 2 months, I know you guys would still be there. That's not really... How cool is the colouring in this room, by the way? It's like really gorgeous colouring. It's like purple and orange and yellow, and it's very nice. The channel's got nothing to do with it. It's just I need to take care of myself, I guess, I suppose. I mean, I've been out here for nearly 6 weeks now. It's a long time, and it's by far the longest I've ever travelled anyway. So I'm proud and happy with what I've done, and I've seen some incredible things and made some friends who I hope, I'll always have, and hopefully I'll travel with some of them again in the future and all that kind of jazz. And it's been the best thing I've done in my entire life, bar none. But I just don't want to force it, I think it'll get to a point where I'm not going to enjoy it, no matter how hard I push myself. So I'd prefer to come back and do it properly, basically. Hopefully Costa Rica again, do some animals, and then Guatemala and Belize, which both in particular look beautiful. Mexico, which I do still want to go to. All these amazing places I want to see that I don't see the point in kind of like doing them wrong now, I know I'm saying the same things over and over again, but I have to kind of convince myself I'm doing the right thing at the same time. And I've been thinking about this for a while, and it's it's definitely not a decision I've come at lightly, believe me. Believe me. I'm still wrangling with it at this point in time, but I think it's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. Yeah, that's about it really. So I wanted to let you guys know, I mean, I'll get back, and I don't expect to recover instantly or anything, so it might be a few days until content comes back. Maybe it'll be another week or so. Does let us do some cool stuff. I always wanted to do, when Jurassic World comes out, I was really excited about the idea of hopefully meeting some of you guys, maybe in Manchester, or maybe I'll go down to London, I'll do a video on it, but in the UK, and what we'll do is we'll all go watch Jurassic World at the same cinema at the same time. I'm going to do like a big meet-up kind of thing, if anybody's up for that kind of thing. When Lego Jurassic World comes out, we can play it straight away, all this kind of jazz. There's benefits, but I don't want to go. I just kind of have to, And I want to thank you guys and everyone I've travelled with, if any of you happen to watch this. But thank you guys for watching this, just for all the support and everything. There's a lot of stuff, and I hear a lot of stuff from comments and various things, and not any specific comment or anything like that. But obviously there are other channels who are kind of doing what I do. What I did first. But there are other channels doing it, and there's people worried about the pressure from that and all this kind of jazz. And you know what, if I'm taking one thing away from this trip, guys, relax. Pura vida. It's just, if there's one thing it's done, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still been 6 weeks, out here backpacking, hostels, dormitories, by and large, except for the past few days. Random other travellers, and you learn to chill just a little bit more. So hopefully that can kind of come across in the channel in the future. We're not going to worry about anything else. We're not going to worry about anyone else. We're just going to do our own thing. We're going to be awesome at it because you guys rule, and I'm pretty damn cool as well, okay? Can I say that? I've said it anyway, so it's done. I do have things I want to talk about, other things. I'm going to do a live stream back home when I'm feeling a little bit less dead. I mean, I think a week or so, I'm going to go to my doctor back at home. I'm going to get a doctor back at home, and then I'm going to go to my doctor and try and get a little bit sorted. I'm slightly worried only just because I didn't get any vaccinations before I came here, so obviously that was a little bit of a risk, and hopefully that's got nothing to do with it. Otherwise I might have something vaguely serious. How long's this video been? Too long, folks, but I'm going to keep rambling on anyway. You're going to deal with it, okay? Because this is going to be probably the last vlog. This is really sad. I can't explain just how gutted I am. This idea of travelling in 3-4 months, just backpacking through Central America, and that's that's what I've done, but just not for nearly as long as I would have liked. And I'm really gonna miss the people we were travelling with and the whole idea of it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And part of my theory is need to recover and save a bit more money and stuff because I've got more plans before this year out. This kind of thing, I know I handled it poorly this time. Let's be honest. Central America, in terms of the channel and recording and travel blogging and travel vlogging, I think the site's gone pretty well. I think searching for sloths.com looks pretty good. I think in terms of video recording, I've done a very poor job. I've not done what I wanted to do because I'd like to make this an occasional aspect of the channel. Obviously not a big thing, and only when I go away and only on weekends, but I'd like it to be a bigger thing. I have 3 more trips, however, planned before the end of the year. Not big ones. I'm going to Germany in August. I'm going to go to Iceland before the end of the year. What I really want to see is Aurora Borealis. I want to see the Northern Lights. So I'd love to go to Iceland in winter. So we'll do that on the channel, and I might nip somewhere else, like I said, in July. We might nip to Costa Rica. I'm going to find a sloth at some point, and they've got a baby sloth at the animal sanctuary that you have to look after and stuff, and one day it's going to get released back into the wild, all this kind of jazz. It's very, very cool. I think that's about it. I don't want to bore you guys too much. It's already been 11 blimmin' minutes, but I'm vaguely sleep deprived and feel vaguely like death, so it's quite easy for me to ramble on needlessly. Yeah, okay. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support. You guys didn't have to be this cool about it. You know, one of your favourite channels disappearing and stuff and really just doing these crappy vlog videos, and I know some of you enjoyed them, blah blah blah, but it's not why you subscribed at the end of the day. But it's like, people ask me on this trip, right, what your job is, and I always feel a bit awkward explaining what my job is, because I say to people, oh yeah, I run a YouTube channel, and I always feel a bit awkward saying it, and in retrospect, I don't know why I feel awkward saying it, because it's such a cool job.